Machine politically incorrect. Arbuleleka, the rumblings going on in the Gauteng Legislature. So there's this article I just tried to follow. So it's about Lesego Makhubela. I sent my request to speak to Lesego Makhubela. I could not go through, so I'm going to try to call him. If he doesn't respond, well, that's the best that we have tried. So this allegation says many MPLs in the Gauteng Legislature have defrauded the state. They have defrauded the state, and in their defrauding, it also involves is it Nomvuyo? So Nomvuyo is the wife of Putimana Mela. You would remember I've done a podcast on Nomvuyo in the past, where she was cleared after she had physically assaulted a protection officer who is a cop, and the AfriForum entered that fray, and they fought in court, and it didn't end up as a win for AfriForum, but she walked away. Lesego Makhubela, him and I spoke about what is this? I'll tell you now. The expulsion of EFF MPL, who they allege that he stole money. Well, they put it in a way that he misused money because he was claiming salaries from Gauteng government, Gauteng legislature without working, because he was absent. He was always absent. 4 years he could not stay. And I remember asking him that, so what then happens when this whole case ends? When they collapse the sixth government of Gauteng and the seventh come, does it mean that he's going to be suspended? And for what it's worth, Lesego is the one who seems to be in trouble. Let me try and see if we can get hold of Lesego. If we don't get him, we'll call another person. Okay, let's see. I don't think we are winning with this one.
Mesh media.
Letona. Letona, Mashiani politically incorrect. We are on the podcast. I sent you a text yesterday requesting feedback.
I might have missed it. Remind me, my brother. So many, between the exam and a whole lot of things.
Ask us about that. So I was looking for a press statement or a response based on the allegation of the Gauteng legislature against yourselves.
The legislature has responded to the matter. I'll just send you their statement. I don't know if you've seen it.
No, I've not seen. I requested it yesterday, so I thought maybe you could have missed it. Yeah.
Let me send you. They released it today, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So when in your personal capacity, do you have a statement or do you have anything to say?
No, if you want me to come to the podcast, I don't have a problem.
Okay. When
there's nothing.
There's nothing. When can we do the podcast?
Let's do Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, the Chief Whip.
Thank you very much.
Please send me that thing. I could have missed it. I'll dwell on it when it arrives.
No, thank you very much. Thanks.
Thank you. As you have seen, so Lesego has committed to come to the podcast on Thursday. So we're gonna iron it out on Thursday when he comes. I'll check the statement and then I'll put it here. So let me continue to unpack it. Do you remember what happened? This is an old story. And one of the people who were implicated is so the ANC is the one who's in the mess here. If you remember the travel gate of old, the mayor of Sidibeng, as we speak, the gentlemen were here from Safe South Africa who were who were implicating the mayor in further corruption. So the mayor of Madibeng, as we currently speak, Madibeng is Brett, is alleged to be very corrupt by the Save South Africa. And when we checked him, so the mayor is one of those that the ANC has bailed out. Well, should I even say bailed out? Because those guys who were found guilty of the Travel Gate. So Travel Gate is members of parliament who misappropriated funds, claiming things that are not there. They swindled the Parliament of South Africa with money, and they called it Travel Gate. There were many comrades who were there. So the mayor survived that, and then he's still a member of the ANC, and they took Sidibeng Brett, and he's still a member there. So this is, I don't want to say round 2, because there could have been other rounds. So this is round 2. As you have heard, Lesego Makhubela is committed to come and sit and speak and break it down, because I did say that he did commit many times that he would come. At least he says he's going to come on Thursday, and when he does come, maybe we'll fill these questions. Let me see a comrade from the opposition. You could remember. Let me do this. Let's hear a Bolshevik. I don't want this song to be. It's a caller tune. I don't want it to be in the.
Hello.
Leadership Dumel.
Hi.
Lekai. Rona man, Mashiane politically incorrect. We are on the podcast. We are trying to get stories or what is happening. Go legislature ya Gauteng. People are being accused of stealing money. Have you read the article?
Yeah, no, I ran across the article and I managed to go through it.
Thank you very much. Can you please just announce yourself for Kemang Wakai, and how do you know these stories closely?
Yeah, my name is Absen Sepadi Makaru. I'm a leader of the Bolshevik Party of South Africa, BPSA. I'm the coordinator of Gauteng province.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I'm residing in Swami.
Yes.
Yes.
And how do you know these stories? ANC. I mean, you know the ANC, the SACP, the COSATUs, and you know how these secret meetings where people are being called to come and account by the party. Please tell us, what do you understand what is happening here, based on the article?
Yeah, no, I happen to be a member of African National Congress, member of Communist Party, member of COSATU, Nehau, when the ratio of being Nehau member, then I was a leader of COSATU as well. No, I went through the article, you are correct. Normally, can you read what now go article? It has been what our go story since I go out in the legislature. You know, ANC doesn't want to learn from its mistakes. Around the second administration of the country, there were some of the people who were accused that travelers can go in National Assembly, go Parliament.
Yes.
And most of them were ANC members. So ANC, instead of learning from its own mistake, they continue doing the same thing. I can't say it's mistake. It's not a mistake. It says deliberate action to steal from the public. Because this thing, in Montawari, they were supposed to go to abroad for particular task, the legislature. But they opted to pocket the money instead of doing government work. So it's something which is very, very, very questionable and embarrassing, because ANC was supposed to learn from all those mistakes. But now, it is also affecting Nehawu as a union. Because remember, Nehawu is not just a trade union. It calls itself a transformative union. So when we speak about the transformative union, it means you are not taking that posture of workerism. You are also considering the fact that you are leading the working class and the agenda of the society must forever fly high in your mind. That means when you work for the workers, you also take into cognizance the interest of the people. So, but here you find the story whereby ANC is trying to silence Nehawu, to say, you, the Secretary of the Legislature, don't continue with this matter because it will compromise ANC during the election campaign. It means ANC is only looking at itself. It is obsessed with the power but doesn't care about the interests of the people. Because here we speak about the taxpayers' money. So ANC doesn't care about those kind of things. It is a warring factor. And again, those kind of meetings, because the story says the meetings were convened. And when they convened, he said, you the secretary.
Hello. Emagaung. Ish, man. Unfortunately, Imukatile will be.
The mandate of the legislature, because that's why it wanted to conduct all these things in the interest of the people of Around. But the ANC decided to stop him. Why?
Okay, Makaung, Arkwan. So, this meeting, these side meetings where the ANC called one of their own to say, don't embarrass the ANC, don't embarrass the African National Congress in the legislature, work together, don't expose other ANC companies. These meetings are alleged to have happened just before the elections. And,
yes.
And have you ever been in such a meeting with the ANC calling you to the side to say, stop what you are doing? So when you cry about corruption, when you try to fight corruption yourself, has the ANC ever stopped you and begged you not to fight corruption in similar meetings?
Yeah, you know what happened? When I was the councillor, the PR councillor in the city of Swami, yes. Remember I was also the district secretary of the Communist Party. In some instances, the Communist Party used to take a decision in the district council to say, there is a lot of corruption in Swami. Then you must roll out mass action in order to stop this corruption in the city of Swami. Because I was the secretary, remember the secretary in the Communist Party is the political head. Once the organization takes a decision, obviously, you are the one expected to tell the public about the resolution of the council. Then the Communist Party, we took decision to say we will march against the city of Swami in order to stop corruption in the city of Swami. In some instances, I was invited by ANC provincial leadership. The meeting was held in a Centurion Council chamber. Started at around 18 hours, 6 o'clock in the evening, until around 2:30 in the morning. Because they wanted to stop us to say you cannot continue with the march because this march will embarrass African National Congress. So we differed in that particular meeting to say you can't call me to stop the march because the march was resolved by the district council. Nobody can overturn the decision of the district council. The march will continue. Because of those kinds of things, I ended up being dealt with by the African National Congress. So then when I read the story, I don't realize this is modus operandi of the African National Congress to say whoever is trying to stop corruption, they are dealing with that person. The only difference between me and that secretary of the legislature is that there was settlement. You was given 6 million to say, don't deal, don't tell anybody, don't continue with this kind of things. But at my side, it wasn't like that. They said, no. When ANC suspend me, they said, we'll place you at home and we will pay you for the rest of the month until the end of your term. That is exactly what happened.
So
there are some similarities. Some similarities.
This golden handshake of 6 million was enjoyed by the secretary, the person who belongs to the ANC, who was given this 6 million to look away and walk away, basically, so he does not implicate the ANC further in embarrassing them for being corrupt in the legislature. Is that what you are asserting?
Yeah, I suspect the intention was to silence you.
And then, in this similar meeting, just remind our audience where you were called on the side and you were only allowed to go in about 2 o'clock in the morning, 2:30 in the morning, in the day of the strike that you are going to do. Who was present, if you remember? Just name the comrades who were present there.
Yeah, I was invited by the ANC Provincial Secretary, Comrade Hon Makhubela, in that meeting. Then when I arrived there, I also found ANC regional leadership was also invited. The ANC Youth League region was also invited. Unfortunately, I opted to attend that meeting with the collective. I didn't, as an individual, I called my deputy, the district deputy secretary, the district chairperson, and the treasurer. And when I arrived there, yes.
What I want to do is, at the end of this podcast, I'm going to show the podcast where you did with us, where you are explaining in full that meeting. For now,
yes.
I apologize for now. I just want the names of the people who were in that meeting.
The leadership
of the ANC
was in that meeting. Paul Mashadili was in that meeting. Susan Shabangu was in that meeting. David Makuria was in that meeting.
And in the youth league,
including the ANC regional leadership under the leadership of Comrade Buddha, the ANC youth league under the leadership of Comrade Lesego Makhubela.
Is it the same Lesego Makhubela who's now implicated in the corruption of in the Gauteng legislature?
Yes, by that time he was the ANC regional chairperson, youth league chairperson in Tshwane.
Okay.
Then now is the chief whip in Gauteng.
So you are also alleging that in that secret, I don't even know if I should call it a secret meeting or an inside meeting, where you are chastised for having embarrassing ANC with corruption. In that meeting, Lesego Makhubela was there, and in the meeting that the legislature was okay, the legislature people were having to stop the corruption in the legislature, Lesego Makhubela having been present as per the article. So you mean Lesego Makhubela existed and was involved in both secret meetings of protecting the ANC from corruption?
No. In that meeting, Lesego Makhubela, they were invited as the youth league. And I remember, youth league by then was also in the side of the Communist Party, Kosato and Sanku. They were actually supporting our action against the city of Tshwane. But then they were told in that meeting to say, you youth league, if you continue attending those events, that meeting of the march of the Communist Party, then we'll dissolve your structure. As a result of that, the following day, youth league didn't join the march because they were afraid of being dissolved.
So the most vibrant ANC Youth League in Tshwane, the one that was led by Lesego for a very long time, was threatened with dissolution if they do not toe the line.
Exactly. I wonder why the comrade Lesego is also implicated in that kind of scandal, whereas he was against the corruption during those days. It can't be the same Lesego who was against corruption now being implicated in the traveling scandal.
Okay, so here's the thing. I spoke to Lesego Makhubela just before I called you. He said he's going to send me the statement from the legislature. That's number one. And number two, on Thursday, which is I think is 3 days from now, on Thursday he will come to the podcast and he will clear all the matters. So what are the questions that specifically you as Epson Matlaung would want to ask Lesego before he comes?
Yeah, I just want to know rationality behind that meeting in Ekurhuleni.
Okay.
To say they attended the meeting, according to the story, they attended the meeting in Ekurhuleni, and according to what is there, they are saying they told the secretary to say, what you are doing will cost the African National Congress because this is the time of the election. And again, why do they want to place Nehau alone as a union and they don't care about the people of Gauteng? Because here we speak about the taxpayers' money. They must respond as to why don't they care about the taxpayers' money only about their own campaign as the African National Congress. Is the people not being considered as important only their election because they want to occupy those positions of power? Only important and they don't care about the people of Gauteng or South Africa at large.
All right, it's fine. Lesego has sent that statement, that media statement from the legislature. What I'll do is I'm going to share this podcast with him so he can read your questions and your allegations. Of course, not directly from you. It's what is alleged in the article. So what we'll do is let's end it here. I want to read the statement. See if I could read it to the audience, and then what we'll do is whenever he would have responded on Thursday, and then I would also share it with you. Is that fine?
Please.
No, thank you very much. Let me proceed reading the statement. Let me see how long is it. No, it's a longish statement. No, Ntate Makaung, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us regarding this allegation of corruption from the ANC.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
This statement is very long, so I would have played it maybe because it's so long. I would have played it there, but let me just read the headings and maybe the preamble. It says statement by the acting secretary of the Gauteng Provincial Legislature on the allegations of fraud and corruption in the institution. I don't know where I can read the whole summary, just so I don't read everything. Okay. In conclusion, we encourage members of the media to guard against misinformation and verify facts before accepting unsubstantiated claims, which are deliberately meant to defame and making unfounded accusations that aim to distract us from our important work. The GPL will continue to serve the province with integrity, accountability, and strong commitment to upholding the law. The GPL is further considering writing to the press ombudsman on the conduct of News 24 journalists who reported inaccurate, unverified, and sensationalized information with potential to reputational damage to the institution and its members of provincial legislature. So the person who issued this is the acting secretary of the legislature, Mr. Linda Mwale. for interviews request the acting secretary on blah blah blah. So you could see it says again, at no point has the GPL ever compromised or influenced any process that seeks to discipline any employee or MPL accused of any wrongdoing. Our processes and decisions are guided by transparency, accountability, and rule of law. We are fully committed to safeguarding the interest of the Gauteng people. Okay, so in short, I don't want to read it. You'll read it from here, or maybe I don't know how you'll get it. Maybe just Google it and get it. So I want to close this. Tell me what you feel about this. It's unfortunate. The article, if you find it online, it's not really clear. People have sent me that article because of what it's worth. Let's just bank on the idea that when you read this, maybe you'll get a full clarity. You'll understand the GPL feels that this article has no basis. Lesego Makhubela has said himself that there's no story here, and he will come and debunk it. And I think what is of interest to me is what are they going to do to the journalist and the media house that published it as well. So the media house is News 24. Mashani politically incorrect. Let's agree to leave it here, and maybe the second part will be Lesego responding on it. Thank you.